Welcome to another episode of Treasure Corals, and in today's video I'm going to talk about aqua elimination systems and how I'm moving all of my display aquariums over to this newly announced light. So let's dive right in. A few weeks ago I've moved over all of the lighting from my Treasure Lagoon system from Hydra 64 HDs to two blades which are aqua elimination grows. The moment blade system was announced, I was super curious about running the whole tank only lit by the blades. I love my Hydras, but there's just something about the blades that I really want to experiment with. I like that form factor, and while a lot of people may consider running them in tandem, and I don't think of blade as a supplemental light. I think that it can actually handle the full system. I thought a lot about it, and I've read a lot of your comments, and some people were saying that blade can only be a supplemental light, or it's only going to be enough for an LPS system. So I figured I'll go a little bit further and I'll move both of my aquariums, the Treasure Lagoon, which is LPS dominant, it's pretty much all LPS, over to the blades, but also the aquarium behind me, the SPS system, which does look pretty decent now. I want to experiment and run it solely on the blades as well. You can see that there is Radion G5s, there's 4 of them on this aquarium, and as of today I'm moving this system over to 3 blades, and I'm going to document this on my channel. So let's actually take a quick look of both systems and I'll explain my thought process and reasoning behind this. Let's start with Treasure Reef. I have been running 4 G5 Radions on this aquarium, and I've been really happy with the coloration, and the corals, you can see, have started to really react well to it. Just look at some of the colors on this tricolor. Basically it's picture perfect, and all the other corals are starting to really color up. But I figured let's do something completely different, and right now this aquarium is lit solely by only 3 blades which are grow. I have just installed them today. I actually have played around with the glow version as well, and I'll talk about it in the upcoming videos, but right now as a baseline I want to just use one same lighting and get a feel for the color spectrum to optimize the time, the intensity. Right now those 3 blades are producing an insane amount of par, and I mean it. I've just used the par meter and I was getting easily 400 or 500 par at 100% just from 3 blades. So more than enough for those SPS, even the ones that demand a lot of lighting. So I'm not worried about the par at all. Not only this, I'm actually finding some really cool things with some of my acros. Look at that shading under some of the branches of this green acro. Stop photobombing there, buddy. So here, I never noticed it before, but even with the 4 of the Radions, I think just the lighting wasn't spread enough where it was getting a little bit of shading. So let's see what will change about this coral maybe in 2-3 weeks. I think that we're actually gonna start seeing a lot less of that shading. I like the color spectrum. I like how everything just disappears in the room. I'm probably gonna keep this lighting just for a little bit for fun, so I can compare things, but I like how just there's nothing above the tank. So this lighting right now is off. So the only lighting is blades, and that's how I'm going to be running this aquarium for the coming months. I figured this will be a good baseline for both the corals. We can actually get a little bit closer so that you can actually compare what the corals were, let's say today and 2-3 weeks from now. I have a feeling that they're only gonna start coloring up even more, but everything is not looking too bad. The fish are obviously super happy and they're not gonna mind. Overall, everything is nice and healthy. And I actually have a couple of other fish that I'm going to introduce in this aquarium in the next week or so, so stay tuned. Now let's take a look at the other aquarium and my choice of blades for my LPS system. My Treasure Lagoon is lit by two aqua elimination blades. These are Grow models, and I kept the color spectrum a little bit on the bluer side just for this video, and I'm still experimenting with the spectrum. I just want to show you what this light is capable of. Look at this beautiful bubbling anemone, so very healthy. I am seeing some great reaction from all the LPS coral. Everything is nice and open. The torches right over here, everybody's healthy. It's the evening, so the one on the right is starting to close down, but they are all open throughout the day. And overall, the corals have been reacting to this lighting quite well. So right now I do have those hydras above. I've never turned them on for the past few weeks since I've installed the blades, and I think now is going to be the time to bring the hydras down, just to open up that view of the aquarium so that there's nothing above it. And I want to really experience this aquarium with just the blades from the top and really focus on the aquarium. I'm also right now using these stands. I may actually go a little bit lower. Now, this is not what Aqua Elimination recommends. I think for anything that's longer than 4 feet, they recommend hanging them. So one option that I do have, and I'll think about this, is using or keeping only 2 of those arms and then maybe lifting these 2 blades and getting them secure so that they're just hovering over the tank. So this is something that I will be playing over the coming weeks as I just tinker with the light. But that feeling of seeing everything in the aquarium, I think you can see the shimmer right over here. Not too bad, but I do like that T5 look, and I think here you kind of get the best of both worlds. I will continue using just these 2 blades. I may experiment with the glows a little bit more, which I did enjoy, but right now I just want to once again get that baseline, really get that coloration going, and only then focus more on the aesthetics of it. But you can see corals are healthy, polyps are open. I have the yellows, I have the greens, the purples, everything, the reds, everything is as good as it can get in LPS world. I figured I'd show you this aquarium under the blue light as well. Everything is fluorescing like no tomorrow. I'm still trying to find that beautiful ratio of royal blue and blue to both please the corals but also please my aesthetics. I can't wait to see how these corals will react over the coming weeks, and so far very excited about this. I always like to try something new, and we'll see what the difference is between the tank that is fully lit by the blades versus the tank that was lit fully by the flagship Radian. Let me know what else I can try in this aquarium to really conduct a nice experiment. I'm curious what you think of my choices, also my mounting options, and if you can make any suggestions to the color spectrum or any other things I can play with to really put this new lighting to task, please write in the comments below and I'll make sure to address it in the upcoming videos. Meanwhile, make sure to like and subscribe this video, and I'll see you in a week.